For those that want to make $1 trillion, our total compensation, this is for you. For those that don't, this is for you. My name is Kareem Bavay. I'm a fund manager and entrepreneur. The purpose of this video is to highlight, quite frankly, some aberrations on corporate governance. So recently, Tesla is moving forward with a proposal, and this is from the board to the shareholders, to approve the total compensation for mighty Elon Musk that could reach $1 trillion over a period of time if all milestone has been hit, including several things. So hear me out. I have no problem with Elon Musk. I have no problem with people making a lot of money or tons of money. I do believe that this is really worth highlighting because, one, he's such a high-profile figure, one of the best entrepreneurs of our time, but also he's running a publicly traded company, and that highlights, some sort of aberrations. And I've been on board myself. A few things that I would like to highlight. Number one is I understand there's a premium that Tesla as a company has by having Elon Musk. Let's not forget it's just an auto manufacturer, right? Wrapped on an Elon Musk moat, wrapped on the potential that Elon Musk can transform this into something different, bigger, etc., etc. And I have no problem with him earning $1 trillion if the milestones are fair, and if I do believe the upside versus downside for shareholders and all stakeholders warrants that. So just to kind of highlight, the market cap of Tesla needs to be around $8.5 trillion in 10 years. EBITDA has to be 400 billion, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not going to bore you. You can find those on, public media. Well, the issue that I'm having is like the board thinks that this package is imperative for them to keep Elon Musk, i.e., if he gets less than that or different or any sort of a diversion from that, he's implicitly will leave them, which is absolutely crazy because let's think for a second. The board interest is to represent shareholders and protect the right of big or small shareholders. If their concern are that Elon Musk, if he's not going to get $1 trillion for the potential upside, and then he will leave, and look what we could all lose if Elon Musk leaves Tesla, then why don't we just put that on the table too? He's human, and he can get hit by a bus, or all of us are terminal. And have you put some thoughts into a succession plan if something happens to him? From a shareholders, nobody's talking about it, and that's why you have board with succession plans. Now we're moving from a publicly traded company that you're supposed to invest in based on not only market outlook, but its management and its infrastructure. We're now talking about a key man risk. So think about it as if you're betting on a founder in a small business, and if you just most venture capital is at that stage bet on a founder and a founding team, and that's understandable because they're going to be driving the change. But now we're talking about a company that has a market cap of $1.4 trillion with, marquee board members. Just to discover that these board members are a joke. One, they're controlled by Elon Musk. Two, they're actually also piggybacking the chair of the board that replaced him. I forgot the name of the woman. I think she's Australian. Regardless, I think she's made close to $700 billion, $700 million, being the chair of Tesla. She didn't do anything. She just be a chair. She's not involved in operations. She's supposed to be running the board. But most importantly, she was put in by Musk when he got into the feud with the SEC, and they had to split the role between chairman and CEO. So just by her existence, she made $700 million. So her allegiance not to you guys, shareholders, or to me. I own a small piece of Tesla. It's really to her because that's her boss, in a way. So if she's moving forward, that's what the problem is. A lot of people don't understand these board dynamics, especially even publicly traded companies are supposed to be transparent, etc. But they play the game of transparency in front of our eyes. And then they tell you that if we may lose Elon Musk if we don't give him $1 trillion spending various milestones. And mind you, this is a game that if you follow through, because these milestones can change too, because a year or two into this, he may decide to play the same games, change the milestones, adjust the milestones, because clearly Tesla, the way it is right now, it's overly valued as a car manufacturer. So he's thinking about taking his equity value or goodwill, layering on top of it a moat, and then transforming it into something else, robotic, flying cars, whatever he feels like it, perhaps even merge Twitter into it, or bring in Twitter or X, whatever he has it, and just to achieve his milestone. And no one is highlighting the potential downside of us losing him. And so the only thing is we got to keep him for 10 years so we achieve the plan, and therefore we have to pay him $1 trillion. So what happened if he dies? What happened if he get hit by the bus? What happened if, something happened? He doesn't have the same public persona or aura. What happened if the capital market decides to turn on him? And therefore there won't be like an Elon Musk premium, and therefore he cannot use his currency to keep funding his growth. I mean, these are very legitimate questions that the board should address publicly. If you're looking only at the upside, we all know upside is one thing, downside is something else too. They say that, Tesla could reach $8.5 trillion in 10 years. That's fine. But what about the downside? What if he dies? I want my money to be safe too, right? Who's replacing him? Any succession plan? I don't mind having a team of 10 people replacing him, but we have to think about this as well. So just moving on with, hey, we're going to transform the company into something massive, and therefore we have to approve a pay package of $1 trillion is very freaking weak. Very weak from a board. But again, this is a board that is controlled by him or by his aura. I have nothing against the gentleman, by the way. I think he's a very fine entrepreneur. But I think we're reaching a point where, a distinction ought to be made between somebody who's massively successful and now representing the interests of the broader shareholders. So this is something to keep in mind, meaning things could happen in front of our eyes. Publicly traded companies that have boards are sometimes could be a proxy for private companies, even though they use the capital market to, portray some sort of transparency. For me, this is a blatant lie in front of all of us, and quite frankly, negligence from the board. And I think the board interests are absolutely misaligned with the interests of shareholders. Of these guys are just paper pushers. They're just handpicked by Elon Musk. That will push for this plan. For them, it doesn't really matter. They're going to make a lot of money anyways, as long as they remain on that board. Just to think about it. I know it's a little bit controversial. A lot of people love Elon Musk. Hey, I love Elon Musk too, but like we say, it is what it is, right? You got to say it the way it is. If he does something great, we say. If he does something completely unreasonable, we also have to say it. Anyways, I hope this was a little bit helpful. Don't forget to comment. We're going to keep it spicy and entertaining. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Till then, have a wonderful day.